pleasure to meet you. I am Mombi. Let's go and take a look around Twitter, explore all the hashtags and all the trends that are the most popular right now and which are being shared by the Twitter community amongst each other, which are making waves and headlines all across the electronic medium board. So let's go and take a look around. So it makes sense that whenever a hashtag is trending, anything that is kind of related to that news is probably going to be somewhere at the top on trending charts anyway on Twitter. That kind of explains why Gawker, the hashtag that is trending, also means Peter Thiel, and anyone who's related to that publication and to that billionaire, Silicon Valley billionaire Peter Thiel, they're probably going to be mentioned or they're probably going to be searched and retweeted about on Twitter as well. So basically Gawker it started out in 2002 as being this kind of gossip site. It had pretty good opinion pieces, articles and things, and then they spawned like a whole bunch of other publications. I think one was Jezebel, which was about women's issues, and then they had one about gaming, and they had one about techno stuff. A lot of people that are retweeting that Gawker is soon to be no more say that a lot of it is in part to Peter Thiel, the Silicon Valley billionaire. Peter Thiel himself was kind of the subject of a few of those Gawker articles about his private life, and the speculation is that he like via second-hand parties brought over the publication, and he now owns it. He can make sure they don't print anything mean about him anymore. And as too many young adults know all too well, the A-level results have been released worldwide. So I think anyone who is aged like 16 to 18 is pretty worried about what their future is going to be based on what that little piece of paper had to say. Well, some of the tweets are pretty dry, where they kind of go into the statistics behind the whole thing, like, you know, the A-level results this year compared to last year's, this is how they have done better, and you know, they're a bit worse in this subject, that kind of stuff, which I think would just concern, you know, educational parties or things like that. From what I can tell, they have been steadily increasing. Like, there are way more A-star grades every single year. What's cute is that a lot of the tweets are by celebrities or well-known names who say, you know, kids, don't worry if your grades aren't what you hoped they would be, or if they're really, really bad, because I never passed an exam in my life where I got really poor grades, and look at me now. If I was going to give an A-level kid advice right now, I would probably say it's a really good opportunity if you've suddenly woken up, even though your A-levels are over and you've got your result, sit your exams again, and this time try and get the result that you think will lead you to where you want to be. Okay, so one of the hashtags that is trending right now is Metallica.
The door is locked now, but it's open if you're true. If you can understand me, then I can understand you.
So it's been a whole 8 years since their fans heard anything new from them. The new single that is going to be released in November, and I think from what I can see from the pictures that are being tweeted of arenas and lots of bulldozers and forklifts preparing the stage for a typical Metallica concert. So judging by those pictures and by those tweets, there is going to be a concert to accompany the new LP as well, and the new single, which has already been released, and you can hear sound grabs of it on Twitter already, and the song itself is Hardwired ... to self-destruct. Okay, so locally the hashtag Imad Wasim is being retweeted and shared by the Pakistanis on Twitter right now because of Pakistan's win. So Pakistan won from Ireland in a really large margin in the ODIs, and Imran Wasim is kind of this name that is appearing on Twitter on most Pakistanis' feed. He took in a maiden 5-wicket haul in the ODI. The picture of him with the match ball, that is the one that I'm seeing retweeted the most on Twitter. Okay, so Pakistan's Electronic Media Regulation Authority has a new head in the form of Absar Alam. The hashtag itself, whenever you see Pemra trending anywhere, there are also loads and loads of screenshots and video clips where there are a lot of Pakistanis who say, you know, why did Pemra leave this up, and why did they leave this up? This is objectionable content or something. Extremely ridiculous, don't you think? Pemra as an organization is very scattered, and they don't really seem to be following any kind of specific set out guideline, and just kind of using their own very ridiculous discretion and banning whatever takes their fancy. Well, there really aren't any grounds for anyone to block any sort of content, and it certainly seems like that is all Pemra does. Absar Alam, we're putting a lot of faith in you. Don't go in the way of your predecessors.
ये awareness नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि इल्म और तालीम जो है वो तो जवान की मौत है, तो ये समझ शऊर ये चीज़ें नहीं होनी चाहिए माशरे में। तो मैं बड़ा शुक्रगुजार हूँ पेमरा का, और दरख्वास्त करता हूँ कि ऐसी और बाकी तमाम चीज़ें जिससे कि कोई सोच समझ इस्लाह का पहलू हो, उसको बंद कर दिया जाए। थैंक यू पेमरा, थैंक यू वेरी मच। इसको रोकते रहिए। अल्लाह आपको और हिम्मत दे, ताकत दे और इंशाल्लाह हमारा ये पूरा जो रीजन है ये मुस्तक़बिल में भी ऐसे ही रहे।